Hello everyone, Axcraft here, and today I'm doing something a bit different. Instead of a cringe monthly gaming compilation, I've opted to do a review on a Fortnite minigame of all things because of how fun it is. So, today, we're going to be taking a look at Pandvil Bed Wars, a competitive game mode that has become my new addiction. Now of course, it's easy to find Bed Wars on any game such as Roblox or Minecraft. However, Pandvil's version attracted me the most because of its unique gimmicks, difficulty, and variety among the different ways to play. So the core concept of Bed Wars revolves all around the piece of furniture it's named after. The goal of the game is to be the last one standing among the other different teams named after colors. To do this, you have to destroy their bed as it will restrict the player to only having one life left. As long as the team's bed is up, they can respawn. If there's still two teams standing after 45 minutes, the game will go into overtime in which all beds and bases are destroyed, raising the stakes. It's an intense and formidable experience that is elevated by resource management and the skills of the players you go up against.
Spaghetti.
The three main resources you'll need in order to survive are silver, shadow crystals, and malachite. When you start, your base will only have silver, which can be used to buy ammo, building materials, and a small selection of guns. To get crystals, aka the best resource, you'll need to venture out your base and make it towards a small island near you. However, the risk in this is that you may have a neighbor who is also going for crystals themselves. So it invokes a sort of thought process. Should you stay at your base and mine silver to get guns and build a better fort? Or should you go to the better resource that is very risky to get? This kind of gameplay mechanic is what makes Bed Wars so addicting, the sort of high risk, high reward style. If you do end up with crystals, the risk is incredibly worth it as it will allow you to not only upgrade your base, where you get crystals at your base, but it will also allow you to upgrade your player, allowing for higher HP, better weapons, and complementary mats when spawning. The final resource, and the most difficult one to come by, is the green malachite. Not only will you have to make your way to the very center of the map, but the thing spawns so slowly and everyone is rushing to the middle that this is where the game is at its toughest. As opposed to getting crystals where it's just you and your neighbor fighting, the central island has everyone killing each other, creating tense situations. However, you may be set for the entire game when acquiring malachite, as you can upgrade your base and player to max level, making you very overpowered. Not only that, but the best weapons and equipment are bought with malachite, such as an RPG, player buffs, and most notably, a bed shield, which we'll get into later. Now all this information may seem overwhelming, but I guarantee you that within 15 minutes of playing, it will all make sense, and you should be playing because of all the addicting components. With so many different items and weapons at your disposal, it's really fun to try out different playstyles and experiment with the mechanics. My buddy Unknown loves to challenge people and constantly leave our base, rifting to other people's places and trying to steal their stuff or destroy their bed. All the while I stay behind and make the base more secure. Sometimes his mission is successful and he comes back with a plethora of items. Or it can go south and he dies instantly, wasting all the items he had and resources we had. Speaking of which, if you buy an item or weapon and die, you will not respawn with it, which makes resource management really fun. There are instances where you would want to buy a weapon with some crystals, but at the same time you need to upgrade the player, so what should you do? Speaking of players, there's no skill-based matchmaking, so who your neighbor ends up being is completely random. This makes the start of the game either incredibly easy or hard, depending if it's a tryhard or not. But even if it's a tryhard, the game is challenging yet rewarding at the beginning. It's very fun, something that unfortunately can be said about the end of the game. Eventually, about 25 to 30 minutes into the game, Pandvil's Bed Wars can get more repetitive than fun. For starters, that bed shield that I mentioned earlier has a lot of health. And I mean, a lot, as in 25,000 HP. Not only that, the participants can also get metal plates and cover their entire base in those. That means at some point in the game, you have to destroy the metal plates, the bed shield, the bed itself, and then kill the players, all the while making sure that you're having a lot of materials left over and you fight for your life. Now, it wouldn't be so bad if the game wasn't so repetitive of dealing with metal plates and shields, as there are practically only two ways of dealing with the problem. You can either do a TNT raid in which you buy a bunch of explosives, travel to someone's base, and just keep yeeting them, or you can buy an Anvil rocket launcher and just keep shooting from afar, though this can easily be countered with a shield bubble. This means that late in the game, the only way to secure a win is to just blow shit up, which isn't as fun as it sounds, as the two choices can get very unfun. Additionally, Throughout the match, there will be supply drops that land in the center of the map, and these can be extremely broken. Sometimes you end up with a weapon you can easily buy, like a gold pump at your base, or you can get something super fucking overpowered like an explosive sniper, which just decimates players. And you can't argue that it's high risk, high reward because the reward is just too damn powerful. And it's even worse when you get it near the start of the game. But let's say you do end up making it to overtime. Well then I hope you like waiting. Now the concept may seem stressful as all beds are destroyed and islands are slowly blown up, but it doesn't get too tense. For starters, the islands take 45 seconds to completely destroy, so that you won't even be stressed if your island dies first. Moreover, all overtimes just end with a duke at the center of the island, and to be honest, all you need is a minigun and you'll survive. Now I sound like I'm shitting on this a lot, but you will get used to these the more you play. But no matter how many times you do play these instances, these complaints always end up being annoying and bog down the experience. Overall, in the end, I absolutely love Pandvil Fortnite Bed Wars. Every weekend when I get online, I end up playing with Kark and Unknown. Yes, there are unbalanced and broken weapons, and late game becomes more tedious than fun, but that doesn't get in the way of just how fun everything is. The versatility and experimentation of using all the different items can lead to fun discoveries. No skill-based matchmaking results and anticipating results to see if you're going to be trying your hardest to win or have a simple cakewalk. Even if you do have to try, the challenge of trying to beat everyone is addicting and leads to a sense of accomplishment when you win. And of course, the high risk, high reward philosophy is seen all throughout the match, leading to moments where you pull off an impossible stunt and come back rewarded, such as going to a team space and stealing the treasures. Pandavel's Bed Wars is a shining example of what creators can do within Fortnite Creative, and it will be tough to make a game mode as fun as this. Overall, I get Pandavel's Bed Wars on Fortnite an 8 out of 10. I just want to give a quick shout out to Kark and Unknown for helping me get this footage, and a special mention to Kark for the thumbnail. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Oh my god.
Probably